Hey, it's Michael Saul, but everybody calls me Tiny, so you can too. And this video is Bezos is back on top, plus other things that don't matter. This is stock market analysis for the week of October 30th, 2017. Hope you had a great week last week. If you would like to receive intra-week updates from me, go to www.attackthemarkets.com, put in your first name and best email address, then click the Sign Me Up button. Go to the email that you used to sign up and look for an email from me with a link in it. You have to click on that link to confirm that you actually want to receive emails from me, because apparently there are all these evil bots that go around and sign up for all these mailing lists. So anyway, do that and you'll get intra-week updates from me, okay? All right, great. So let's take a look at the market. New highs for the S&P 500. Nice rip-roaring move higher. As I said last week, I do believe we are going higher at the end of year, but I do believe that we will get a pullback. No, this doesn't count as, well, I guess it does, but this isn't what I was talking about. All right? I mean, I definitely look like a genius, considering I came out and said, hey, we're going to pull back, and then all of a sudden we pull back and then ripped. But no, I don't look, I'm being sarcastic, please, with the stupid comments and all. No, I'm looking for a deeper pullback, not a bear market, not a crash, just something maybe that looks like this, something that looks like this, a couple of weeks long, even something like this. All right, but I still believe we are going higher. Nothing is saying, hey, we have problems here and we're probably going to crash into the end of year. Could there be profit taking? Sure, but in my opinion, there's a much better chance of marking up the market into end of year. But, you know, a pullback from these levels can occur at any time. We are extended. I always say it, and I will continue to say it. New highs are a place to always watch for a pullback. Okay? Smart, savvy, strategic traders look to buy weakness and sell into strength. Okay? Even in an uptrend. Buy weakness in an uptrend, look to sell into strength, and do it again. Now, do you have to sell everything into strength? Well, probably not. Okay, if you picked something up on the test of the 20 EMA, you're selling out half of it on the new high, and then you're trailing your stops. There's a lot of strategies where you can take advantage of a strong trending market and buying the dips or shorting the rallies if it's a strong downtrend, and then letting it go as the trend resumes, or at least partially, okay? More on that in another video somewhere down the line. Dow. Okay, the Dow lagging a little bit, but I don't really care about that. Nasdaq, yep, big push up. Thank you, Amazon. We'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. Mid caps, new highs, and the Russell's lagging. That I do kind of care about. It's not a short signal. It's just lagging. The small caps have not yet made it to new highs since these new highs back here in the beginning of the month. So, but I think they're going to get there. I think we are going to go higher. I don't see anything that is telling me, hey, you know what? We are setting up for a crash or a bear market or a prolonged pullback. I'm just looking for a pullback for a buying opportunity to get on board and ride the next move higher into the end of the year. I would love to see a couple of weeks worth of pullback and then see what we do from there. Again, what I like and what the market does, not always in sync. All right, semiconductors, wow, just ripping up to new highs, broke out of this triangle and kept going. I know patterns don't work, right? I'm being sarcastic again. Okay, it has nothing to do with working. It has to do with being able to measure what the market is doing by drawing trend lines and even classical patterns, triangles, head and shoulders, pennants, flat. They're all valuable, but they're all artwork without confirmation. This got beautiful confirmation. A break, a retest to make sure it's real, and then off to the races. Let's look at some stocks. NVIDIA, wow. Did you hear about the smart chip they're putting in for the autonomous vehicles? Just absolutely incredible. I mean, NVIDIA on the move here, And again, up at new highs, so always vulnerable to a pullback, but the longer term trend absolutely higher. For now, at least, right? Intel, nice push up. Wow, and it was just meandering along, busted out, right? Right here with the little handle, pop, pause, pop. Again, up here, am I looking to jump into this? No, but I would like to see a pullback for a buying opportunity. Tanker, test of the highs here, not as strong as of late as what we saw in NVIDIA and Intel on those charts, but still pretty nice. And you got, whoops, sorry about that, Texas Instruments, another one just sideways and then boomage. Again, I like to wait for pauses. Micron consolidating here, see if this can lift out of its pause. How about the banks? Banks up there at highs. Here's Bank of America. Up at a high. Here's JP Morgan. Up at a high. Here's Citigroup. Not at a high, so it's lagging. Now again, since the sector is up at a high, yeah, you could look for Citigroup to play catch up, but you got to just balance that with the fact that since the banks are extended, maybe they pull back, and then maybe once they pull back and then resume, if they're going to, Citigroup would be one to watch. Okay, how about Northern Trust? They're lagging as well. You got Zion lagging as well. Not terribly, but is lagging. Here's Goldman, if we're going to go to the broker-dealer, and here's Morgan. Morgan is outperforming Goldman. XBD, right? Consolidating, looks like a bull flag to me. See if it can pop up and get above 250. Biotechs. Yeah, so the biotechs were acting okay, but I was talking about potential issues up here with a 2B top, a little double top here. Was it a short? Yeah, in hindsight, it was a gorgeous short, but come on, right? Hindsight's always 20/20. Shorting into a pretty strong sector, but we did have this nice push down, close below the 50-day moving average. If it remounts it, okay, good. But if not, and the 50-day comes in as potential resistance, then we have to be careful here to see if it holds as resistance, and then we see further downside in the biotechs. Here's Gilead. Yeah, Gilead got smacked, one of the reasons, and so did Biogen. So these are not in buy signals right here. Let's look at some of the Glamour stocks that I like to look at. Caterpillar, just beautiful. John Deere, another one, just beautiful, up at new highs after this triangle right above the 200-day moving average. How about Apple? Yep, looks like Apple's going for new highs. How about Alphabet? Popped to a new high, but reversed. So you got to watch this. Is this going to be the big middle finger here, or are we going to regroup, consolidate, and then try to go higher? The Facebook pushing up to new highs. Let's look at Twitter for a second. Yeah, even Twitter starting to awaken. Microsoft is one that we haven't looked at in a while, but I wanted to point this out today. Been a really nice, strong stock. And again, this could be the middle finger on Friday. Right, push up and then the close below the open. See if it pulls back or see if it consolidates. And then the big one, the Amazon, basically reported no earnings except for the AWS part, which is their hosted server. A lot of companies are putting the enterprise systems, enterprise resource planning, and other, they're putting enterprise workloads up on AWS now. Besides just the ham and egg, like I have an AWS account, right? I mean, but it's real small. I think they make 22 cents a month off me or something. But you know, and it's funny because the AWS part, the server part, was really an afterthought, right? They bought a lot of servers for running the e-commerce portion of their business, and then they said, hey, we got all this space, let's try to make a buck off of it. And then, of course, it turned into a juggernaut. But anyway, whether the rest of the company's making money or not, just seeing what Amazon is doing here, how they're literally crushing the competition, that's what they're out to do. I heard a great, he was a retail analyst, I forgot his name, he was on CNBC, but I love what he said. He said that Amazon and Walmart are using price as a weapon, and there will be collateral damage. And you see, like JCPenney, they reported whatever the heck they said, but they've been in a tailspin since the beginning of last year, basically, after hitting the highs up there. Are they going out of business? I'm not going to predict that they're going to necessarily go out of business, but they're definitely on the ropes. They've been saved again and again, right? You got like a Sears Holding also just getting pummeled here. I mean, just pummeled. So, again, Amazon definitely the ruler of retail. And, more to come from them? Sure. New highs. Bezos is the richest man in the world. Who cares? I don't even think he cares. Right? And could there be a reversal from here? Absolutely. Last time we went up to the new highs, we had the reversal. Nothing saying we can't reverse here. Is it a short? Yeah, I'm not looking at short Amazon. Sorry. But it's definitely something to watch here, because when we get up to the new highs, and okay, everybody's been in it for this whole run, who's left to buy? I mean, the stock is up an enormous amount of money in what's getting on to almost 2 years, right? Well, now over a double, 120%, whatever it is. So, I mean, just a monster move here. Amazon, I don't think it's a short, but as always, when we get up to new highs and we're extended, watch for a pullback or a consolidation at least. Wait for better footing if you're looking to poke it long. Okay, gold. Yeah, so gold, want to watch that 200-day moving average, see if it holds. GDX, and now below its 200-day moving average. I say it every week. My friend Mike Swanson says people get involved in miners when it gets over 24. You could see how it rejected 24 on the last bounce up. So right now it's more sloppy in a range. Oil broke. So the measured move, if this leg is going to equate to this leg, comes in at 11 on the USO. That's where I'm watching for resistance. If it gets above that, watch 11.27 on the upside. Bonds. I talked about bonds last week and how they look like they could be in trouble. Holding on for dear life at the 200-day moving average. If it starts to move away from there, look for the lows of the year to be tested. Got a question on RADA. I talked about RADA in a previous video, asking about stops on this. At this point, I would not want it to, depending on where you got in, this is support 268, 267, but $3 looks like to be a key area too. It's right in the middle of this gobbledygook as well. So that's what you want to watch on RADA. 2 new stocks for this week. First one is Pretium Resources, Inc. They are an industrial metal and materials, PVG. Okay, nice sharp move up to just about 1250, pull back to almost the 20 EMA. If this resumes, look for a retest of the high. And then you got CVR Energy in a nice bull flag. If this pushes out, look for us to go to 30. So, let me recap what I think. New highs, to me, always means watch your back. Make sure you are trailing stops if you are long. I'm not a big initiator at new highs in a nice and steady trend like this. I'd rather wait for a pause or a pullback. I do think we will get a pullback before the end of the year, and I think it will set up a buying opportunity. I do not think we're going to crash. I do not think we're going into a bear market or any of that. Okay? Any questions? As always, tiny@attackthemarkets.com. Sign up for the list so you can get my intra-week updates. Otherwise, I will talk to you in next week's video. Have a great week.